Welcome back to another edition of Vikings Film Room, brought to you by the Vikings Entertainment Network. I'm your host, Pete Bercich. Well, it's season finale time this Sunday at US Bank Stadium, and the Vikings are looking to end the season on a positive note against the Chicago Bears. Now, the Chicago Bears are still a formidable opponent. They've been making plays on defense, and offensively, you've got to figure out what you're going to do with Montgomery and Mooney. Let's take a look at the film and see what these Vikings are up against this Sunday against the Chicago Bears. Now, whenever you take on a team that has nothing to lose, you have to be ready for everything. And in this case, the Bears decide to go with an all-out blitz on the first play of the game. Now, you're going to see Glennon take a step back. This is an empty formation, meaning he only has 5 offensive linemen there for him to block. And as that snap count nears, you'll see the linebackers walk up. The Bears are going to send more people than the Giants can block. Doesn't see Angela Blackson coming off the edge, hits, forces a fumble. The Bears defense picks it up, takes it all the way down to the 1-yard line. This is the first play of the game, and they have the ball first and goal from the 1. So the Giants already know that they can see anything, and you could tell that they're not prepared to protect what's about to happen in front of them. On this second play, you'll see the tight ends going in motion. The defensive line shifts late, right before the snap. They're going to try to pull the tackle, have the tight end block out on the outside, and have their right guard reach all the way out to Angelo Blackson. So the tackle pulls. Well, the Bears send the linebacker. He loops up the middle. Now the quarterback sees someone breathing down his face. He's trying to pull that football down, can't throw it. Blackson comes off the edge, beats that guard, wraps him up, and makes the tackle. Now, this is another interesting play just because of the way the Giants go through this. You see Glennon up under center, then he decides, well, I'm going to step back. Can't get the running back on the proper side. Now, in this case, you'll see again, 5 guys at the line of scrimmage, ready to come after the quarterback. They're going to pull the center to try to block Robert Quinn. Now, Robert Quinn is one-on-one on the outside. This guy's a tough get for any defensive or offensive tackle. So Glennon has absolutely 0 time, steps up, gets wrapped up. Miracle play, flips it to the running back, and this ends up being a positive gainer, but you can't expect your center to pull and block out on a defensive end. Now, another thing that multiple fronts will do to an offensive line is create uncertainty. You'll see Trevis Gibson lined up outside to your left like he's going to jam or block the tight end, but just before the ball snapped, he walks in and just makes that tackle lean a little bit forward, and you'll see an unbelievable club and then rip, turns the shoulders, gets that left hand in there, perfect timing, knocks the ball loose from Glennon. Another sack and forced fumble for the Chicago Bears. Now, another guy the Vikings have to know where he is at all times is Robert Quinn. Robert Quinn just set the Bears franchise record for sacks. You'll see him lined up over the left tackle in a 2-point stance, ready to get off. Now, this is just Robert Quinn doing what he does. Widens out. He's trying to pull that tackle further out. Right when he gets to the point of attack, you'll see it again. That club, that chop down, drops the shoulder, rips up, comes underneath, gets his arms around the quarterback, and brings him to the ground. Now, we've seen what this pressure and the number of guys and all these guys in the line of scrimmage can do to an offense. Well, in this case, it looks like a blitz, but before this ball snapped, you have, count them up, 10 Bears defenders at the line of scrimmage. This creates uncertainty. All right, so Glennon, not quite sure what he's going to see up front. Try to run a little bit of a pick route. A great job by the corner from the Bears to squeeze that, tip that thing up. And Trevis Gibson, right place at the right time, comes down with that thing. So their defensive effort was absolutely a shot in the arm for this Bears offense. Now, offensively, the killer M&Ms, you've got Mooney and you've got Montgomery. Now, Mooney, they're going to move all over the place, but we see him a lot more inside and at the slot position. Now, here in the red zone, you'll see 3 receivers to the left of your screen. Mooney is on the inside, and you'll see the safety from the New York Giants is caught, kind of cheating in a little bit too much, so Mooney's able to come straight underneath, unharassed, get to the back of the end zone, and you get the pass perfectly thrown, touchdown Darnell Mooney. Now, another theme is whenever Mooney is not lined up at the X receiver position, you got to keep an eye on him. This is a 2-minute type situation where the Bears are trying to move the football at halftime, and you'll see they motion out of the backfield. Now what that does is that makes Mooney number 3, and they know when Mooney is the number 3 receiver, he's going to be in the area where the linebackers live. And in this case, you'll see that center safety just bailing out in the middle of the field, and Mooney runs right up the middle, settles, easy throw and catch, makes a first down. Okay, so you want to blitz, right? You want to get after the quarterback. You have to also keep an eye on Mooney as well. You'll see him up at the top of your screen in the slot position. Gives a little head fake out, jumps back inside, but when he catches this football, there is not a giant defender within 7 yards of him. That's way too much space to be giving a receiver like that, but an easy throw and catch. If you don't jam him, slow him down at the line of scrimmage and let him run free, he's going to do that to your defense. Now, what's kind of haunting these Chicago Bears is a situation like this. They design a nice route. You'll see Mooney at the top of your screen. He's going to run this deep over. So the 2 receivers on the bottom, they run up the field. They both are trying to clear out this bottom half of the screen, and Mooney's going to come all the way from the opposite side. You can see all the space that has been created. Now the corner from the Giants does a really nice job of coming off that deep route, but when Mooney comes open, the quarterback has absolutely nowhere to go. He can't throw the football, has to pull this thing down, and then tries to scramble. So the protection ultimately failed the Bears as they designed and executed a perfect deep route down the field. Now the other guy you're going to have to stop is Montgomery. The Bears are using him a little bit differently. Gone are the zone type cutbacks. This is where he is most effective. These down the field, quick hitting type plays. This is an influence trap. Now you'll notice the left guard from the Bears, he'll stand up to try to freeze that nose tackle and then works his way up to the linebacker, and the right guard will pull and kick out the defensive tackle from the New York Giants. So you'll see the defensive tackle turn his shoulder down thinking that he's going to get trapped, and Montgomery with his speed north and south, a downhill running attack is the most effective attack that these Bears put up. And then finally, whenever Damiere Byrd isn't lined up at wide receiver, you got to keep an eye on him. In this case, again, a team, nothing to lose. We saw the 0 blitz earlier in the game. Here's a little nice trick play for you. The old flea flicker. So you're going to see Damiere Byrd motioning across. Now they snap the ball when he's directly behind the quarterback, making it look like this might be a jet sweep or a fake. Nope. It is the handoff and it is the flea flicker. Now Damiere Byrd does a great job of kind of wandering in the flat, lulling the flat defender to sleep. And you can see that space that's created between the flat defender and the corner. Quarterback does a great job of just kind of dipping that ball in there. A big play for the Bears, albeit a trick play. Be ready for anything on defense.